the sun. We all have a love-hate relationship with it, whether it's giving scorching heat in some places or mild warmth in others. Now, what if I tell you that the sun is actually helping us against a far more dangerous threat that we can't even see? But before we can understand this threat, we first need to understand sun's radiation. The sun's heat is one thing we can all feel, although it's the sun's radiation that causes the most serious problems. Why the sun's radiation is troublesome? Well, the sun's radiation, known as ultraviolet radiation, can cause direct damage to the DNA in our skin cells and can impair the skin's immune response, making it harder for the body to detect and repair damaged cells. This can lead to mutations and even cancer. Why we can't see the sun's radiation? The sun's radiation is a type of electromagnetic wave emitted by its activity, exactly like light. Then why we can see light but not radiation? Each electromagnetic wave has a wavelength, and the wavelength of ultraviolet radiation is too short for our human eyes to see. This radiation can be quite concerning once we learn about its effects. Fortunately, Earth has a feature that helps us with this: the ozone layer, which is a part of the Earth's atmosphere. It is made up of ozone molecules that consists of 3 oxygen atoms. The ozone layer blocks at least 95% of the ultraviolet radiation, so we should be thankful for this Earth feature. But even with the ozone layer, we are still not safe from the sun, because the sun unleashes something called the solar wind. This permanent wind is unleashed by the sun in all directions. It is generated from the sun's corona, the outermost layer of the sun's atmosphere, and this wind brings up a special kind of radiation, particle radiation. Because the solar wind is made from protons, electrons, helium, and charged heavy particles like carbon, iron, and nitrogen. But the ozone layer can't protect us from this radiation, as it's only effective against wave radiation like the ultraviolet radiation. So what do? Again, our savior Earth with another lesser-known feature, the magnetosphere. This is the area around Earth dominated by its magnetic field. It is not a fixed area, it's more like an amoeba constantly shaped by the solar activity. On the day side towards the sun, it reaches around 60,000 to 70,000 kilometers. While on the night side, away from the sun, it can stretch to distances around 600,000 to 1 million kilometers. How does the magnetosphere protect Earth? The magnetosphere acts as a shield, deflecting the majority of solar wind particles away from Earth. Without the magnetosphere, life on Earth as we know it would be impossible. And why would this scenario be so grim? In this scenario, the solar wind would destroy the Earth atmosphere rather quickly, leading to the loss of the ozone layer. Now, the combined radiation of the solar wind and the uncontained ultraviolet radiation would make the Earth inhabitable. And if this wasn't enough, the loss of atmosphere would ultimately lead to the loss of essential gases like oxygen and nitrogen. And we all know what this means. So let's show a big thanks to the Earth for this amazing and rather unknown feature. Also, we can actually witness from Earth the fight of the magnetosphere against the solar wind, because this fight creates auroras. Also known as the northern and southern lights, auroras occur when solar wind particles are channeled by Earth's magnetosphere into the polar regions, where they collide with the atmosphere, creating stunning light displays. By this time, it's very likely that you already have a strong dislike for the solar wind. But what if I tell you it's actually helping us against the most dangerous radiation that exists in our universe? The cosmic radiation. Known more commonly as cosmic rays, they originate from the most energetic and destructive events in the universe, such as supernova explosions, pulsars and neutron stars, collision between galaxies, spinning disk of quasars. The cosmic rays are a type of particle radiation that carries hundreds of times more energy than ultraviolet and solar wind radiation. And if they were left uncontained, they would ravage the life as we know on Earth within a matter of days. How does the solar wind protect us from cosmic rays? The solar wind, emitted continuously by the sun in all directions, forms the heliosphere, a vast bubble-like region of space dominated by the solar wind that extends well beyond the orbit of Pluto. Since both the solar wind and cosmic rays are types of particle radiation, they interact and deflect each other. This reduces the number of cosmic rays that reach the inner solar system and, consequently, Earth. And if more solar wind particles are deflected back towards Earth as a result, our magnetosphere is well equipped to handle them. How much of the cosmic rays does the solar wind deflect exactly? To understand this, let's take a look at a lesser-known feature of the Sun, the solar cycle. Our Sun has an approximately 11-year cycle of solar activity that consists of a solar minimum, the lowest activity, and a solar maximum, the most intense activity. To visualize this, it would take 5.5 years to reach from solar minimum to maximum, and the same time to reach back. And how does this cycle help with the cosmic rays? During solar maximum, the solar wind reduces around 90% of cosmic rays, while during solar minimum it drops to around 75%. And in combination with the magnetosphere, most cosmic rays will not reach Earth. So, even though the Sun can be more active and troublesome during certain years, it helps us from a far more dangerous threat by creating a hidden shield known as the heliosphere that almost nobody knows it exists.